So it's raining, and yeah, you've guessed it, I'm going fishing. I think the weather gods are against me. I'm going to head back to Herne Bay, but it's one of those sessions today that I'm not actually 100% sure where I want to fish. I'm tempted to go back to the scene of the crime where I lost my drone, to the Herne Bay Triangle, but then I'm also tempted to go to the west side of the pier and fish that area of beach where it's shallower and sandier, and don't often see a lot of people fish there. I think it's just going to be one of those sessions where I turn up and see how I feel when I get there. So I'm going to head off up there now and hopefully get into some dabs, maybe. Nice size whiting, I don't mind. I've gone with 2 light rods, so I'm not going for anything big. I'm not putting ray baits out. Let's forget about that. But let's just hope there's some fish about.
With Gary and Laura. Pancakes last night. I could not sleep.
Hello, back at Beacon Hill, and I think this is known, so someone commented as the 100 steps, this mark, I think, maybe, or maybe someone was just saying that, but there are a lot of steps down. This is the scene of the crime, the scene of the disastrous video where my drone fell into the sea. It's 2 weeks later, and I'm going to head down, see if this time I can catch some fish and not have so much of a disaster. Let's get down there. Just this in a rucksack, pack light, let's go. So the sea's got a lovely colour to it. There's a little bit of movement, but not too much. I'm quite hopeful today that there'll be some dabs about, so I'm just going to set up now and get 2 rods out, scratching around for some smaller species. Right, let's have a look what rigs I've got here tangled up. I think I've got a 3-hook flapper there, so I'm going to use that on one rig. I'll untangle that in a minute. And then I've got, I don't know what this is. This needs putting away. I think I had this out when I was very cold the other day. So let's find a slot for that. Right, so that lives in there. What have I got with the tractors? Then I've got this loop rig. So I've got a loop rig. I'm going to use a loop rig. It looks alright, a little bit kinked, but it looks alright. Oh yeah, they're still sharp. That's fine. I'm going to use a loop rig and a 2-hook flapper, 3-hook flapper, sorry, that I should have tidied up when I went up put it away last time, but they're both in a mess, so let's get them untangled now and get them on the rods. Alright, so here we are. We have the 2 rods set up. They're both light rods. They're both going to be scratching around for dabs, whiting, pouting, rockling, flounders. So what I've got on the right, I've got my Sonic Gravity HT. That's going to be fished at distance. So I'm going to cast it out just overhead thump. On the business end of that, I have just put the 3 hook flapper, and it wasn't that bad actually. Didn't take long to untangle at all. So I'm going to fish that out there, lugworm. I'll bait that up in a minute. I've got a 150 gripper on the bottom of that to hold. There we have it. And then on the other rod, which is the Vega, I've put a loop rig on. I've got a loop rig down there. There's the bottom snood, hook snood with the tractors, and I've got a pyramid lead, and I'm actually going to put that at about 20 yards because I don't know if they get flounder here, but I'm going to give it a go, see if there's any flounders in close. And then obviously on the top hook there, might pick up if there's a whiting or anything else close into shore. I think I've got about an hour and a half before high, maybe a little bit more. Hope I've got enough beach left here. It'll be close. If not, I'll have to move back onto the promenade there. But it's not much, I've come light, I haven't got a lot of stuff, so there we go. So let's get these baited up, all with worm. I think on the loop rig I might put some yellow tails, and on the other one I might just put some common lug. And then we get these out. Right, so there we are, 2 yellow tail lug. You can see it's staining my hands already. That's going to go on my loop rig. So I'm going to put the smaller one on the top snood, like so. There we are. And then the bigger one can go on the bottom. There we are. And it goes. Like so. Done. Right, so on the 3 hook flapper I'm just going to put normal old blow lug. Take the end off there, don't like that. Hopefully I can thread 3 of these lug on here. That one I do. Voila, like so. And then let's get these on the hooks. Now obviously I had in mind before I came what I was going to do for today's session, but I always bring other rigs, even if I'm going light. I always bring other rigs just in case I'm down here and someone starts pulling out a ray. So I always bring a couple of bluey as spare, because you never know what's going to happen. And in the summer I'll do the same if I'm fishing for place or sole. I'll always have a lure or two in my bag just in case bass start showing. So it's always good to, I always like to have in mind what I'm going to fish for, but then I always like to have the bare minimum spares to cover other things if needed. But I'm quite liking the look of this. I'm liking well, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like we're going to get some bites. So let's get these out. Well, it's just started to drizzle again. Both rods are baited up. So first of all, I'm going to put the Vega out close in. Not going to clip that up. Just going to flick that out, and then we'll cast the other rod out. Right. So the Vega, the loop rig on the Vega. I'm just going to side flick this. And that's gone out there. Probably a little bit further than I wanted actually, but it'll do. Let's just get it.
Oh, when we took the fireplace out. Right. But of course, we're near that wall with a bit of marking.
Let's just give this 3-hook flapper an overhead thump. I'm only looking at 70 yards with this, so that's alright. Didn't even get that, so what's going on there? I'm not happy with that. Let's bring that back in. Right. Take two. Take two. Let's get this out. That's better. It must have been caught up last time. Something wasn't right there. There's a couple of people fishing along there. Got their bollies up. I wonder if they're getting anything. Well, there's not much going on yet, but maybe turn of the tide when the sunlight starts to fade, might start getting some bites. But strange really, I've never really given Herne Bay a go, and I'm pretty local to this place, 15 minutes down the road. So this lockdown, as I've got to stay local, it's given me a chance to give it a go. I've had one session that was an absolute disaster, and now I'm back again in the same spot. So hopefully things pick up, and hopefully we start to get some bites soon. But at the moment it's very quiet. I'll give it a few more casts with the setup and the way I'm doing it at the moment. But if not, I might start changing things around, going further out. Maybe get the big one out to maybe 100 yards, 110 yards, see if there's anything out there. But tide's coming up, there's a good depth of water out there, so it's only a matter of time, I think. I hope. Let's hope, please. So the rods are in the rest. They're not fully low. I don't need the close one low because I've got a loop rig on, so that's presenting the bait on the bottom anyway. They're not fully up in the tripod because the 3-hook flapper's got quite long snoods, and it's out at about 70 yards. So I'm confident that at least 2 of them 3 snoods are pretty much fully on the deck. So and the 3rd one might be flapping around a bit. But I'm happy with that. It's targeting anything down near the bottom. Just let's hope there is something down near the bottom. What is it with Herne Bay? I've just sat down in that puddle now. Look. I'm jinxed as soon as I get here. Please just let me get a fish. Well, we've got a bite. Got a bite on the Sonic at long range. Not a big bite, but it's had a couple of trembles. So let's keep an eye on that, see what happens. I'm hoping it's a bite anyway. Right, I'm going to bring this in and see what's on it. I'm getting small knocks every now and again. I wonder if there's something actually hooked, very small. It's been happening for over 5 minutes now. Nothing big enough to actually strike or actually reel in, but there might be a little fish hooked, or I might be getting stripped. So it'll give me a chance to rebait anyway, so let's see what's going on. Don't think there's anything on here, so I can at least get some new bait on there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it up, so I'm going to try yellowtail on here at distance, and I might tip it off with a bit of squid. Let's see if that will attract anything. Well, I might have something on here. Have I? Have I got a little tiny dab? I have. There we are. Got a microscopic dab. That's why I was not getting many knocks from it. So there we are, first fish coming in. That's why I didn't feel a lot. It's tiny, it's a microscopic dab. Hopefully there's some bigger ones out there. Pretty little thing, but not big enough for me to take home. That wouldn't feed a baby. So let's release him. See him going away. Oh, he's gone. He's dived along there and away he's gone. Right, let's get baited up, get out again. So as I was reading that in, I said I was going to put yellowtails on. I'm not. I'm going to stick with the common lug, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and tip them with a bit of squid, see if that maybe entices some better bites. Just get these on. Ooh, it is so much easier with a baiting needle. They're only about £1, £1.50, so I really would suggest getting one. They're hollow tubes, stainless steel tubes. You put the end of the hook point in it, keep the line tight, and just slide the worm over like that. So much easier. I'm going to put a little one on that top hook. There's a bit of bait. Let's put a little one on there. All right, we'll put this blown one on the top. Get rid of that. Use that up. It's still a bait. All right, let's see what we can use to tip this off. Right, let's use a bit of squid. 1, 2. Yeah, no, I only want a little bit on the end. 1, 2, 3. Done. Right, there we are, all ready. Let's get this out. So this time I've cast at 11 o'clock and it's now brought it round to 12 o'clock, so it's directly in front of me. Hopefully this tide pull has stopped maybe at high an hour after. Could be the reason the fish have gone off the feed. Fingers crossed. People look at you like you're totally mental for talking to a camera or a phone. The looks you get, staring just because I'm talking and there's no one there. They must think I'm on drugs or hallucinating or something. I'm starting to think I need to be on drugs to be fishing here with very few bites, but hopefully that'll pick up. So, as there's a little bit of a lull, I'd like to take this moment to please encourage you to all subscribe if you watch these videos and you quite like them, and you've seen a few of my videos on my channel, and if it's of interest to you, please head over to my channel, type in GSPseafishing YouTube, click on the subscribe button, because that's sort of like my mailing list. So if you hit the bell as well next to it, you receive all notifications for all the videos that I publish, any posts that I put up explaining things that are going on or what's going to happen in the next month or so on my channel. You get to see everything, so please subscribe. It's very much appreciated, and all your views and all your comments and all your likes, very much appreciated too. Also the 4 dislikes that I always get, thanks for those too. Anyway, just checking I haven't lost a rod while I've had my back to it. Let's hope some bigger dabs come in. Well, I'm thinking I'm getting an inquiry again on the bigger rod, on the 3 flapper. And whilst I'm here, taking in the surroundings and being thankful that I'm outside doing something I love, watching the seagulls sweeping the sea and the waves lap on the shore, I'm also thinking and always wondering what I can do to maybe encourage more bites. So I'm thinking about the Vega that's in close, what I can do with that. So I haven't had a bite on that yet, so I might put a gripper weight on that and get it out a little bit further, because the pyramid lead won't hold with this current. Then hopefully, I'm just thinking that maybe come darkness or come the turn of the tide, the fish might come on the feed. So let's hope. There's plenty of time left yet. I really don't like the look of that that's coming in. Looks like I might get wet. One last shower before they're due to clear. I think what I'm going to do is bring this big one in, see what's going on with that. Right, so nothing much is happening on the Vega. I think I might have something tiny again on the Sonic. Tiny little trembles, but again, nothing major or nothing that prolific. So what I'm going to do with the Vega, I'm going to bring it in and I am going to put a grip lead on it, and I am going to put it out a little bit further. Probably another 15 yards further, and see if I get anything there. But I need to put a grip lead on it because I can see just past where the groins end there's quite a rip going from left to right. So let's get this rebaited and back in the water. Right, so let's get a 150 on this. That should stop it drifting. Let's get some new bait as well. Lovely. There we go. 2 fresh worm baits on. Let's get this out. Again, just a light overhead, I think. I'm heading just for that, the other side of that shiny, oily surface with the. There we go. Slowed that down a bit with my hand. Happy with it there. Let's get that gripped in. That's moving around. There we go. Let's come round a bit there. Keep that low. Yeah, there's not a lot on this. Nothing on this. Still got bait. Let's get some fresh bait on. They have not been touched. And it's never a good sign when anglers are packing up and going before high tide, which has happened to the couple or three anglers that were along further west of me. They've all gone. So either they had somewhere to be, or the fishing's not that good. So that kid came down to throw some stones in, and the mum very considerately asked him to stop throwing stones near me because he might scare the fish away. But little does she know, there are no fish to scare away. It is very slow. Well, what little bites I did have has come and gone. So let's bring in this Vega, see what's happening with this. That's swung round. So either the tide's got hold of this or something has dislodged it. So let's have a look. Oh, there's weed on that. There's a lot of weed on that. Oh, we are caked in weed. So we've got weed coming through here. Lovely. Well, I am waiting and waiting and waiting for this light levels to drop, for this sun to go down and for it to get dark. It cannot get dark any quicker. Hopefully that will bring the bites on. But the Sonic is going over and over slowly. So I think there's some weed on that. So I'm going to get that in now, get some fresh baits on, ready for when the light levels start to drop. Hopefully some bites happen. Well, looks like we got an inquiry finally. Now, let's see. There's something on that. Yeah, I can feel that. Yeah, I can feel that. Yeah, there's something on there. Finally. Maybe, Alan. So I've come to Herne Bay. Last time I came to Herne Bay on the advice of Alan Martin, and I blame him for losing my drone, but now he's just ran past. It's the first time I've met him. There he is there. Hey! And he might be my good luck charm. If this is a fish, you can't carry on with your run now. Feels alright. It feels alright. It's probably going to be a whiting though. Or is it a lot of weed and a tiddler? I think there's something on there. Come on. Or there isn't anything on there. And it is complete weed. Ah! This is what you do to me. There was something though, I could feel it. I could feel it. Jinx me again. Go on, you run. Nice to meet you. Yeah. Yeah. And when you come back, I'll have a pile this big. See you there, Alan. Oh, there's a lot of this little weed everywhere and a lot of rubbish and crap getting caught on the line. There was a bite there and I could feel it, but obviously wasn't hooked. I think we give it another cast, see what happens. But I am losing water. It is dropping quite a lot. It's dropping quicker than the light is, so I don't think that is a bite. I think weed has dislodged the lead. I think it's possibly rolling again. Let's see what it's doing. Don't know if you can see that. Try to put the light on it. Right, it's still moving about. There's a possibility a small fish has taken a bait and dislodged it, but I'm definitely saying that's a small possibility. But let's see anyway. Let's see what's going on. That feels weedy to me. Feels very weedy to me. Alright, what's this? Have we got anything here? Definitely weed on the line, but is there a fish as well? Where am I? There it comes. There's the weed. Weed, weed, weed. And again, not a fish. And a lot of weed, and I am going to give up on that note, I think. Tide's dropping quick now, and I'm not getting any bites, so it seems to be a pointless task. So I'm going to tidy this up, start packing up, I think. Right, the Sonic is packed up. Let's get the Vega in. There's nothing happening. Oh, but there is a ton of weed on this. A ton of weed. An absolute ton. Come on, get loose. This is completely weeded up. This is not enjoyable with all this weed. Here it comes. There's enough weed on there to keep Snoop Dogg going for a couple of years. Oh mate, that is a mess. That is an absolute mess, look at it. All that weed. That's on the knot. All of that is on the knot. Wow. Again, I've been defeated by Herne Bay. Although this time I haven't lost the £600 drone. And I have caught a little fish.